Virgo, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I think, yes, the sound is on. I've had issues with your readings. That's why it's so late. But anywho, I smoke, I curse, I speak of and reference God because that's who I believe in and I pray to, and there will be noise in the background of my videos. So if any of those things don't work for you, click the little X button in the top right corner and go find yourself a more suitable reader. For those of you who choose to stick around, thank you and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've already prayed and I pre-shuffled. I prayed when I pre-shuffled the cards. And then I like to shuffle a little bit on camera. So, oh, wait, I have messages for you guys. I have channeled writing messages for you guys. But at least we'll get the shuffling out of the way then. We're going to do it differently today. I'm going to shuffle first. Ooh, how about I do the reading first and then give you your messages? Ha ha ha. Let's see how that works. Alright, so what do we got for Virgo for July? Virgo for July. I seem to have gotten in a pretty like upbeat, like spirited mood. So maybe you're doing something that you enjoy or eating like your favorite flavor ice cream that you haven't had in a while, or just something like that. You know how it's the little things that make people the happiest? It's like something like that. Or like for a wife, you don't have to cook dinner tonight when you go home, and you're still gonna eat something fabulous, or just something small, you know what I mean? It was raining and you got the parking spot closest to the door to where you were going. It'd be the littlest things. So I'm feeling like gleeful, happy, and thankful for the little things. Grateful for even the littlest things. Childlike, pure. Alright, anyway, let's get into the reading. What do I need for Virgo for July? Please, guys. Okay. All that to do it again anyway. Here's awesome. So we got, that's the main energy of the reading, is that one right there. That, not the one that just flipped out. This one goes here. Two more, please. I feel like I'm a card dealer, like at a poker table or a casino. Some of you guys might work at a casino. Might live near a casino. Vegas. Atlantic City. Jersey. I don't know. Wherever there's a casino, I'm going to leave that. Something about, there's something significant about some information. It's something, there's some information involving something from the past. There's some information you're receiving that you're going to feel an emotion behind. I don't know what the emotion is joy, sadness, love, grief. I don't know what the emotion is, but there's some kind of information that's coming to you with regards to a past situation, person, place, thing, whatever, and you're going to have an emotion behind it. It could be you get a text message and the person pisses you off. You know what I mean? It could be you get a message from somebody who you don't fuck with from the past. You understand what I'm saying? So it could be that you get a message from somebody that you love. Or you come across a birthday card from when you were a little kid and the person is in heaven. That could be the message. Sorry, Virgo. I don't even try to compete with them. They're kids in the neighborhood. It's summertime. I remember what it's like to be a teenager in the hood. We didn't have those things, but they had them in upstate areas and like suburban areas. They have 4-wheelers and 3-wheelers and dirt bikes. But these kids, they're in the hood and they have them, so it's different. So at the center of the read, it's information. It's the moon. This is the moon card. But the cow jumped over the moon, elated. This is the thing you hear about in nursery rhymes and fairy tales. There's something good. There's some good news coming to you. $52.25 could be significant. Whatever this information is, it could be something that gets you like choked up. You get hard to speak. My voice just cracked when I went to talk. This is something that, for some of you, it's something that's disappointing. Or there was a disappointment. Or there's something that you looked at like a disappointment that is really not. It's like you weren't seeing a situation, a person, place, a thing, a situation clearly. It's like looking at something in the dark and then thinking like that shape is one thing, and then you see it during the light and it's something completely different. It's something about you were disappointed. So it could have been like, it could be like you look out the window and you see something at night that looks scary. But then when you see it in the daylight, it's like a lamp or a sign or something like that. It's nothing. But it's on a grander scale than that. It's on a deeper level. It's not something as simple like, oh, I looked out the window and got frightened. No, it's on a grander scale, a grander scheme, there's a bigger impact. The numbers 2 and 4 are significant, and I went to say that to you, and then I heard 2, 4, 6, 8. It's like your ancestors, the stars, the heavens, the angel, whoever you think is above you, they're cheering for you. They're your cheerleaders. It's like you scored. You finally got everything pointed in the right direction. Or yeah, you finally got your ships pointed, angled in the right direction. And this is a battle that you're facing head on, and you know you can do it. Something about speckled eggs. Now around Easter time, you have those speckled chocolate covered eggs. Something about speckled eggs. Maybe something to do with Easter. This information, pardon me, I'm not competing with them. With regards to, remember I told you it's information from the past. It could be something from Easter, around Easter time. About a friend. This is somebody you trust. This is somebody you trust bringing you information. For some of you, this is a loyal friend bringing you information that's going to make you sick. Like somebody exposed like your deepest, darkest secrets, or I don't know, there's like something about distributing the burdens that you are supposed to carry onto everyone else around you. Whether you actually did that or doing that, or that's the rumor being said. For some of you, it's moving, it's upsizing. You know how people talk a lot about downsizing? This is not. This is upsizing. This is shooting up from one little TP-like structure to a big grand TP-like structure with columns. And what are they? Ornate decor. Or decor. Ornate. It's not fixtures. It's not character. The ornate, whatever it is, gives it the character. That old charm. That old school character. Architecture. Something about that. But this is like your plan being magnified. For some of you, it's your problems being magnified. I feel like I'm speaking in two different, like, I feel like I'm speaking in two different groups. Somebody's holding on to something. Like, they're just holding on and keep going and going. Like, they just don't fucking stop. Like, they're holding on to a thought, an idea, an expectation, how it's supposed to be. They're holding on to an outcome. And it doesn't seem like they're holding on to a negative outcome. But it seems like they're holding on to an outcome that they're not going to achieve. For some of you, you're going to get information brought to you, burdensome information about a friend. Some of you, you're going to have a conflict with a friend. You could have known this friend for 7 years. Or 14 months, which is a little bit over a year. This person that you've known for 14 months could be the one bringing you information about something burdensome from the past. It's like you get together with somebody, and you know how people have that phrase, it's a small world. And it's usually that comes about when you talk to somebody and you're like, oh, I know that person. Yeah, I used to roll with them, blah, 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 blah. And they tell you some shit about somebody and you're like, my homie did what back when? But the person that you've known for 14 months, you know that they're honest. You know that they're a reliable source. Somebody that you know that is a friend to you is a reliable source. So if you know what you know, that's it. Like, that's all I'm going to say about that. Y'all figure that the fuck out. And if you're not smart enough to pick that up, then I don't know what to tell you. For some of you, a friend of yours that you pillow talk with, that you share things with, like your day-to-days, like your inner circle. There's a friend who's your inner circle. They're a reliable source to somebody who you don't fuck with. To somebody that you don't fuck with from the past. Oh, why did I flip that? I don't want to see that again. It took you a long time to get away from this person, this someone from the past, this burdensome person. There's a person who'll blow smoke up your ass so you won't leave, who tell you what you want to hear so you won't leave, who only wants you around so there's that expectation that I was talking about. They have like something that they want from you, but they won't outright ask you for it. They want you to give it to them without them asking for it. They try to come off as they're helping you by you giving this to them. Like, this is a person who's not just blowing smoke up your ass, but they're twisting it around so that way I'm trying to... This is like somebody trying to give you, like, put the battery in someone's back. Like, give you an idea and you do something and they know it's not going to work out good for you, but they just wanted to see you fall flat on your face. They just wanted to make things harder for you. .427 could be somebody's phone number, area code, building number, even birthday, 427. But I didn't feel birthday from that. Somebody likes mushrooms, as in psychedelics or regular. That can be a way to signify who this person is. The person who likes mushrooms is not your friend. The person who likes mushrooms likes your enemies, i.e. they're not your friend. It seems like they sent them to you. So this might be a group of friends that you used to fuck with in the past that sent this person your way to try to gain information so they could expose it later, or so they could set you up to have an accident, to get robbed, set you up in some way. This is something that and this is a present thing. It's a present thing. They're trying to set someone up. And they're going to tell them, oh, but you're the only one who could do this. I don't have nobody else to do it with. It's got to be you. And they're telling them that because they want to set them up. But the person doesn't want to go with them. It's like, I need a better example. You got brother and sister, and they're like a year apart. So a lot of their friends are the same, and they live in the same neighborhood. And sister wants to go somewhere, but brother's like, mom's not going to let us. But sister's like, but if you ask, and I say you're going, mom will let me, so can you come on? It's like something like that, but on a way more nefarious level. It's not as innocent as children just trying to get out the house. This is setting someone up to cause severe harm in their life. Severe hardship is what I heard. And this is, there's no, like, regard for, what's that, for the ones who get hurt as a result. It's a C word. And it's not casualties. There's no regard for the casualties or the consequences of their actions in regards to the casualties. This is like somebody just shooting in the middle of a busy street. They don't give a fuck. They're just trying to hit their target. Number 25 is significant. 2546. (522). May 22nd. This something could have popped off on May 22nd. May 22nd. Something about May 22nd. It's significant. Something about May 22nd being related to whatever this situation is now. They might have been planning this since May 22nd. This is an earth sign making this is a fire sign. The friend is a fire sign. And they're making plans with an earth sign. Well, they made plans with an earth sign. So this friend who made... I feel like it took me 20 minutes to explain nothing. (54), something about the 9th. In nursery rhymes, the cow jumped over the moon again. This is a plan that's been going on between a fire sign and an earth sign to cause some kind of disruption, major disruption, to expose you, to make you look bad, to make nobody really want to be around you, to make nobody take you serious. This is something, maybe they were trying to harm your reputation. But whatever it was, the accident, rob you, they didn't really care. They just wanted to cause harm in your life. Just heard 869. It sounded like you were at like motor vehicles and they have multiple letters and multiple windows, or they have just, and it just number 869. Like that's how it sounded in my head. 10:35 a.m. a.m. I was going to say it could be p.m. Maybe for a few of you it is, but it's 10:35 a.m. 10:35, somebody's going to get into an accident. (8:36). Somebody is driving and they're playing with driving. So this could be people just racing. Play stupid games. Now they're going, what do they call it? Going up the hill, you're going up Schitt's Creek. Up Schitt's Creek now. Because you wanted to play stupid games, driving. Guys, be careful and don't engage in anything stupid. Stupid as in reckless. As in something that can cause harm to other people. Yourselves, other people, people who aren't racing you. This could be somebody racing and y'all get caught. And they take your car and lock you up. You could be 28. I hope you ain't 50 out here playing these fucking stupid fuck games. That's some of these people are very childish. You're dealing with a very childish person who tried to expose your secrets, like to try to hurt you. This is like breaking up with someone and now they're your ex and they're talking mad shit about your dick was small, your pussy smells, or this is just real childish. And you're like, damn, haven't we gotten past this? Haven't we? What the fuck? And other people are like, yo, you were together, you laid with that person, so you look like a fucking idiot. 836 sticks out to me again and again and again. That's why I keep saying it. And 275. Something may cost you 275. Could be 46. You're changing residences soon. If you are, you're moving. And it's not like you're moving like close within the same city you live in. You're leaving. It's a long move, a long journey to get away from some of these people that you've been around for since you were 30 or since you were born. Whatever this exposure of your secrets is, the truth comes out and people laugh at someone as a result. $813. Something about you don't see the snakes in the grass. You see the snakes where there's no grass. Open pastures. That sounds like Psalm 23 in pieces, but that's what it sounds like. At the beginning, I was saying you're going to find out information about a friend or from a friend about the past, and you're going to feel an emotion. It seems like it's going to be an angry emotion. It seems like it's going to be, you're going to receive some type of truth that's going to piss you off. And I just heard this means war. So whatever this information is, it stirs up something within you to where this means war. You're pissed the fuck off. You might want to fight. 3713. That could be the last four of somebody's phone number, or that can be somebody's building address. It was like you needed that information to pull up on somebody. You're welcome. Go to room 813. What? You're going to be sent some information about which direction to go to catch your enemy, to come up from behind them. It's like while they're scheming and planning on you, plotting and planning on how whatever their next plan is to hurt you or harm you, they're like working hard at it, ha 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 ha, and little do they know you walk up behind them and see their whole plan and shut their shit down and fuck them up and chop their fucking head off. Something about to cut the head off the snake. Because I made you wait, I feel like I wanted to go a little bit longer for you guys. What's this information Virgo is receiving? What's this information Virgo is receiving? So this could even come from somebody who was down with the fuckery. People who were involved in trying to make your life harder, trying to cause these obstacles, trying to make sure that you were never successful. I just tried to say accessible. Somebody was trying to make you never accessible, meaning you're not available. Nobody can talk to you. They're trying to keep you from another group so that way they can be contradicted in the stories that they tell. They try to keep people compartmentalized because they tell different people different things to make them, to glorify themselves, to make them look like they're on the up and up, to make it look like they're successful. And you truly are, and they were bothered by this, internally bothered by this upon meeting you. This is something that really cut them deep, that you're authentically what everything that they wanted to be. I just heard the wind beneath my wings. You're everything I wish I could be. They see how they see you as a force of nature. They see you as completely free, as you can do whatever the fuck you want, unencumbered. And it bothers them, or it bothered them, and they wanted to knock you back down a peg or 2 or 3 or 4. They wanted to, this is somebody who wanted to humble you, but this is also somebody who's feeling shitty for what they did. I don't know if it's because it seems like they're feeling shitty for trying to humble you because life is fucking them up and it's coming for their success, and you're still building yours. You never stopped being successful. You never stopped manifesting. They only thought you did. This might be you were doing something and somebody wanted you to stop, but knew if they told you directly to stop that you wouldn't stop. So they tried to sabotage you so you couldn't do it, make you unavailable, change your time schedules, whatever. And you found a way to do it anyway, and they didn't know that you were still doing it. And this is them finding out that you're still doing it, even though they tried to stop you in every way. This is you finding out that something you really wanted, that you manifested or you thought you manifested, wasn't really your manifestation, or it wasn't really for you, or it seems like a person, and like maybe they chose a different path, so life goes on. See you next lifetime. That person would rather chase money, and it's not even like good money, it's minuscule money. You'd rather chase the 6 of Pentacles than be with the Magician. Make that make sense to me. And this is you being upset about it. And you know it like logistically doesn't even make sense. So you're sitting there like, why the fuck am I even bummed about this shit? This is also them being upset because they tried to block your success and it did not work. They didn't stop shit. Tell me about the moon. This has to do with a lover or a child, somebody really close to you. Somebody that you're cutting ties with, or that you already cut ties with, that you were freed from, a past life love. This is someone who could have saved you from a shitty situation. Captain Save-A-Ho. Some of your names could be Mariah or Lynn. Mariah Lynn. She had that, when I was young, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it. That's what I heard when I said that Captain Save-A-Ho. Because it seems like somebody came and took you out of a bad situation and put you up. And now you're freeing yourself from that. Or this is the same person that's trying to bring you down a peg now because they built you up and they put you on this pedestal, but now you're viewed too highly and they don't like it. What's the conflict with the raptures? What's the conflict? Oh, I wasn't going to take it if it fell on the floor, and it didn't fall on the floor. It landed like this. It landed like this, standing up. Boom. This is somebody who doesn't see things clearly. This could be... They could have... Their Mars could be in Scorpio. They could be a Scorpio or an Aries. This is somebody who is never going to be successful at what they were trying to do. This is somebody who never wanted you to be successful. This is somebody who is trying to block you from your intuition, from your gifts, from what you already know. This is somebody who is gaslighting you out of seeing the truth. This is somebody who had you in their sights for a very long time. This is somebody who never, ever, ever thought the illusion was going to be lifted. What's the 8? I meant to say the snake, but I was looking at the 8. This is somebody that you work with, that you put in work with, that you broke bread with. Could be a Capricorn. Again, I have... I don't, again, have Mars. Mars wasn't out here. Here was Venus. Upside down. This can be a fucked up divine feminine. Like, they would call it a distorted one. I just feel like this is a fucked up water sign woman. This is somebody who thinks that she's a divine feminine. 2:22 on the clock when I said that. This is somebody who thinks that they're good and nurturing and caring, and they think that they're a good mother, and they're not. The work that they put in is minuscule. This person also thinks that they worked you. They think that a message that they sent you got under your skin and pissed you off. There's something that they did, that they sent you a message or some kind of message and it worked, or so they think. There's something going on with this person that they initiated and they think it's working. Tell me more. What did they initiate that they think is working? So initially what had flipped, it didn't come out. It flipped. It was the 10 of Wands. And that was what I seen from the very beginning over here with the 10 of Clubs, is the 10 of Wands. And this is the Tower card in this set. So the first thing I seen, but it didn't pop out, it was like they didn't want you to know that they were trying to oppress you, that they were trying to put more shit on your plate to distract you. They were trying to act like they wanted you to win, all while sabotaging you from winning. This is like half-ass support. But they're really sabotaging your shit. Like, oh, I'll give you a ride to the event you're going to, and then when they're packing the car, they like take one of your bags out and put it somewhere else so it gets lost, or they leave it at your house or something so you don't have it and you're missing what you need. This is like that kind of energy. It's like a mechanic who is shady. When you go there, they break one thing so that they fix one thing and then break another, so that way you have to come back to them, or loosen another, so you got to come back to them in like 3 months. This person thought they had all the tools. They thought that they were the magician. Little do they know you're the magician. They thought they had a higher standing than you, a higher ranking than you. And I think that this is spiritually. They thought that they had a higher spiritual ranking, or they thought that they had more life experience. They thought that you were naive, that they knew more than you. It's something like that. And they might be just finding out that you do know more than them, and you just never let on that you've known more than them. At 8 p.m. you'll get a message from a karmic person. That seems completely unrelated to what I was just saying. About a dream that they had that will not be fulfilled. These, no, I said these, like these people. So it could be more than one person here doing this fuck shit. But whoever it was, they thought that they were really going to be successful with beating God. Like, they thought that they were going to be triumphant. I don't know if they didn't know you were the light. Like, they didn't know you were God's child. It's like, oh, for some of you, that's what it is. For some of you, God cloaked who you were to get this person to work with you, so you can derail their whole operation. Because if they knew who you were from the beginning, they would have never fucked with you. They would have never worked with you. They would have never invested with you. They would have never broke bread with you. So some of you are somebody's karma. So you're getting information about being someone's karma, or the karma that they're receiving. Or this is you receiving karma, and you're getting information about what fuck shit you did to who, and you're being enlightened on why you're in the situation you are. But this is somebody trying to send you a message to cause problems under the pretenses that they just wanted to tell you. They wanted to tell you the truth. But that wasn't their, they have an ulterior motive outside of that. It wasn't simply, I just wanted to tell you what was going on. I'm gonna, because like I said, you guys, you had to wait. We're like 13 days into the month, so I'm gonna give you guys one of these two, or whatever comes out when I, give you a shuffle. Last things Virgo needs to know, closing out, please. Her test the mic. Is this thing on? So that, for me, for people who aren't performers, that equates to think before you speak. Or test the waters. Test the person. Say something and see, like, tell them a lie and see if that gets out. Oh, I got some. I'm not even paying attention. I'll take these. This is really the good stuff. What's really the good stuff? Happy, loving families everywhere. So some of you guys appreciate the smaller things, like in life, like I was talking about at the beginning, where like you'll see a dad taking their kid to school, and it's like, oh, because you know what I mean. Traditionally, you see moms hurry up and bust their ass, or society would have you believe that there are predominantly single mothers or predominantly women who take their kids to school, when in fact it's probably the opposite. So something about your perception as well. Someone trying to steal what God gave you. But you already knew that. I told you they were making a plan to set you up. The best thing ever is God's gifts. The best thing ever is God's gifts. That means that that's your intuition. So someone, because these came out back to back. Picture this. Like, I always felt like, picture this. Like, yeah, that's really fucking funny. Somebody's going to be able to steal what God gave me. That's what I was thinking when I wrote this card. But someone trying to, because it was like, picture this. I was like, someone trying to steal what God gave you. So right after that, the best thing ever is God's gifts. That means that's your intuition. That's your gut. That's your inner knowing. That could be me and my intuition telling you, hey, get tapped the fuck in, pay attention, because these people don't have your best interest at heart. Alright, so we got the happy, loving families everywhere. Someone's trying to steal. Someone's trying to. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. God's gifts, your inner joviality. Somebody's trying to steal that. You can't steal that from somebody. That comes from within. That's, again, you trying to steal what God gave someone. That's not happening. Refulgent, you shine too bright. Refulgent, that's the word. The definition is thoroughly shining, brilliantly radiant. It's a joyful and highly visible word. They're trying to steal your shine. They're trying to steal your thunder. They're trying to steal your visibility, your glow, your aura, your happiness. Like I said, your inner joviality, your joy. There's a person, like, when they try to burden you, that's what they try to steal. A day in the life. Work, 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 work. Rihanna. So this is the third Wednesday of the month is significant, which would be this Wednesday. So this Wednesday, the 15th of July, is going to be significant. This person just wants you to be burdened with work, work, work. Or this person is burdened every day with work, work, work. And they're like in the rat race, and they're pissed off at you for being free and not having to be in that rat race. And something about this situation is going to be revealed on you on the third Wednesday, which would be the 15th. Here and now, living in the moment always. Beach house. So, as I was saying, you're living a leisurely life. You can be, maybe you're a teacher and you're off in the summer. Or maybe you work seasonally and you're off in the summer. Or you work and you make it a point to say, no, I take off in the summer because my kids are off and I'm going to spend time with them. I don't know what your schedule is, but this is something that, or maybe you don't work and you do, like, you work from home, but it's like freelancing and you only work 2 hours a day, if that. But this person doesn't want you to live like that. They want you to live like them, bogged down with work. And they don't, and you're in this like beach house energy where it's like, I come and go as I please. I sleep in. I don't have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And that's, so this is a person who's very jealous of the lifestyle that you live and how easily you have it. And you may not have it easy. You may be a stay-at-home mom, and this could be like your husband's friends who talk shit to your husband about you getting to stay home and be with the kids when he talks about work, and like, damn, I need to make this bonus, so I need to figure out money. Why don't you put that bitch to work? Why don't she go to work? Why does she get to sit home and do nothing? It could be something like that. But this is somebody like really jealous of the lifestyle that you live. Really upset about it. This is the really good stuff. Pleasure. I heard it was a pleasure. It was a pleasure speaking with you. It was a pleasure dealing with you. These people might tell you, somebody might say that to you. It was a pleasure. It was my pleasure. Something about the word pleasure when they talk to you, that person is lying. That's the one who's blowing smoke up your ass. That's the person with an ulterior motive. That's the person who's trying to make you run out of time and lose out on opportunities. For some of you, you might be trying to buy a beach house. And this is somebody telling you that you're not going to like it, and it's not going to work. And it's really because they just don't want you to have a beach house. They're mad that they don't have a house and you have a beach house. Some of you are happy spending time with your family, and that is pleasure for you. And they're trying to take all your time away, so that with work, so that way you're away from your family. When shit gets hard, think about it like this. When people are like talking shit and they're gossiping and they're mistreating you and they're slandering you and they're, you know, they're just like real fucked up and abusive. I'm not saying stick it out with them. What I'm saying is, remember this. Don't feel bad. Jesus suffered. And none of us are anywhere near as good as he was. And he suffered. So who the fuck are we that we're not going to suffer? So just consider it like that. When you need someone to lean on, look to God, look to Jesus. Forever and ever. Go to him about all your business in life. All of your business in life, you take it to God. And you're going to get it the right way. July 2nd and 30th, you're going to get it the right way. So July 2nd already passed. I don't know what you were doing on July 2nd, but it was something to do with July 2nd and 30th. That's getting it the right way. So you're doing something the right thing. You're taking your steps in order. And pay attention and enjoy, be present in the present moment and enjoy the little things, because that's when you're going to receive messages. Those are the only ones. Oh wait, I got another one that's... here. On Tuesday the 28th, lead with love. Says together is our favorite place to be. So lead with love and spend time with those you love. You take the lead in a situation to spend time with those you love. On the 28th of July. I heard you don't know how long they're going to be here. So it seems to be like an older one. Appreciate the time that you have. Enjoy the little things. And appreciation was there. So enjoy the time that you have with them. And appreciate them. And just remember that not everybody is blessed to have an elder still alive. On the 21st, you're going to say to yourself, what the fuck? That's the time you're going to need to take it to Jesus. Don't pop off. You don't get mad. You just take it easy and take it to God. Alright, Virgo. That's all I have for you. And I hope, if you made it this far, that you stay blessed. I pray that you stay blessed. No, but I hope you found something in here for you. Especially if you made it this far. Seriously. Thank you for sticking around. If you like any of my paintings that you see visually, ta-da! They're available on my website as digital downloads. You can go to the description box and you can find them. And then I have physical products on my actual website. And if you want a birth chart interpretation or if you want a personal reading, that is in the description box as well. Alright, so thank you for being here with me. Thank you for sticking it out. Thank you for your support, and thank you for sharing and subscribing. Till later, Virgo. Bye. Virgo. So I guess that didn't go so well the other day when I said to you, let's do the reading first and then I'll read you your written messages. Yeah, because I forgot to read you your written messages. So you got like a 50 something minute reading, and I didn't read you your messages. For the love of Christmas. Anyway, I just wanted to come on real quick and do that. So, 7/2/26, 9/14. Should I stay or should I go? Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. It's that rock and roll song. I wrote some song back in the days. Another song. That's another song. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I wish I could be a kid again. That's a rap song. And then when I looked up, like after I did this channeled writing, I looked up a different date on. I looked up the song, and that song, that Should I Stay or Should I Go, is a rock and roll song. Remember I was telling you? It was The Clash. It was written in 81 and released in 82. Something about 9 years, 150/17. Mick Jones was the lead writer of that song. It was in a Levi's commercial in 1921, and it was in the Rugrats Go Wild movie released June 13, 2003. Toys R Us kid, Peter Pan, peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Just saying. Snapple facts. Thank you for stating the obvious. Obnoxious. Why would you deal with them? Don't. Goodbye. To Sir with Love. Old play, or was it Dear Sir with Love? Can't remember. From 11th grade English. Arsenic and Old Lace. Another play. Lack of accountability. Blame what you are addicted to so you don't have to change or accept responsibility for your behavior. Again, you blame what you are addicted to so you don't have to change or accept responsibility for your behavior. Never ending story. Toy Story. Lamb chops. This is the song that never ends. Started singing it, not knowing what it was. Unsuspecting, did not know what you were getting yourself into. And they'll continue singing it forever just because. And then that whole thing repeats. This is the song that doesn't end. Loops, recycle, cycle, continues. Looking for loophole. Can't seem to find it though. Chatter, chattering teeth, chattering hens, chattering about a ring. Chatterton Avenue, Avenue, streets. Guyanese, family together, adults and kids separate spaces but celebrating together. So it's like a family celebration, and the kids are like out back and the parents are like out back but on the patio, and the kids are like out back spread in the grass or more in the field or in the pool, or the kids are downstairs in the basement and the parents are upstairs in the rest of the house, like a finished basement, not just like locked in the basement, not no fucking nefarious shit or nothing like that, but like separate. They're all like a family is gathering and celebrating together, but the kids are in a separate space than the adults while they're celebrating, probably because kids have different interests than adults. Fair view. You will have a fair view of the world and all included on it. Be a great judge. You will have a fair view of the world and all included on it. Be a great judge. If you would only conform. Scarecrow, Wizard of Oz. Somebody wants you to conform. If I only had a brain. You might be double checking yourself, double checking your notes, double checking your thoughts, double checking your routine, like your schedule for the day, because things might change, things come up. But then, like I was saying, if I only had a brain. Thoughtless, senseless, unnecessary action. Hurts others as a consequence of, as a result of. So there's an action that's thoughtless, it's senseless, it's unnecessary, and it hurts others as a result of the consequence of their actions, of this action that could have been avoided. As a result of consequence, direct or indirect, but you love whatever it hits. So there was some senseless action taken, and it was like unnecessary. And as a result, it hurt somebody that the person who took the action loves. Age 27 age, someone's 24th month birthday, 1:53 p.m. time. Sounds like bagging and tagging something for chain of custody. All details significant. Frequent naps, you or the baby, or for some just you nap now or behave badly later. So this is that's for somebody who just had a baby. You're going to take frequent naps, and when the baby naps, you should nap. And if you don't, you're going to be in a shitty mood later. You're going to behave badly later. You might make rash decisions or have a hard time thinking things through if you don't. Take a ride. Good night, Slick Rick. Knock him out the box, Rick. Redoubtable opponent you are. 929 end. So they're telling you to take a nap or take a ride. Cool off. Don't behave badly. Slick Rick. You think children's story? Because that's where that good night and Slick Rick came from. And the knock him out the box Rick. That came from a children's story. And it's that's about, you know, an uncle giving advice to his kids because the uncle's been out to his niece and nephew because his uncle's been out on these streets and he knows what's out there, and so he tells them a story about this boy who gets strung out and ends up dying as a result of doing stupid shit, making poor decisions, making rash, thoughtless decisions. So maybe you should listen to Slick Rick children's story. That might have something for you in there. But knock him out the box. Your redoubtable opponent you are. Redoubtable is like a formidable opponent. Someone who should be feared. Like an expert attorney that's well known in a certain field. Like he's the GOAT in that area. It's like that would be a redoubtable opponent. 929 could be significant for you. And something about the web, the internet, the web. What a tangled web we weave, spiders. Protection, perspective. And that's that. Because I'm putting this into a short if I can. Alright, Virgo. So until I talk to you next time. Bye.